Let's go ahead and assemble the bag. You're going to have two pieces. You're going to have your bag outside piece that's been sewn with the right sides out, and then you've got your bag lining piece that you've sewn, and you've got the right sides of the lining facing and the wrong side of the lining facing out. So all you're going to do is you're just going to take this piece and you're going to put it inside your bag piece, just like that. And you're going to want to make sure that you get that piece all the way down into the bottom lining of the bag. And then you're going to come in and you're going to pin or use clips, whichever you want, them together. And you're going to start with the side seams. I'll go ahead and put a pin in the side seam. So I'm going to pin this side seam, and then I'm going to come over here to the other side seam. And I'm going to pin that. And then this is also why we pulled that extra bit of canvas, why we cut that extra bit of canvas off, because it just reduces how many layers of interfacing you're sewing together at this point. Okay, then we're just going to go ahead and put some clips around the outside of the bag. Get that in there. Most important thing is to make sure that the raw edges at the top are even, because you can always kind of come in afterwards and get that lining all the way down into the bottom of the bag, but we want to get this top piece straight. Okay, so this lines up well. If for some reason as you pin this, one of the pieces is bigger than the other one and so it doesn't line up right, you need to go ahead and adjust the seam allowance in that piece so that they line up and they're the same size. So we're going to come over to our machine and we're going to go ahead and change the stitch length up to a basting stitch. And I've also removed the arm of my sewing machine because it's going to make it a lot easier to baste these layers in place. So we're going to come here, we're going to start close to the seam. And I'm going to come in a 1/2 inch. The basting stitches are going to get pulled out, so it doesn't matter to exactly what your seam allowance is, but we'll start with a 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to come around and we're just going to baste this together. As I sew, I'm just going to take extra care to make sure these pieces stay right on top of each other. And that lining's going to have a tendency to kind of want to creep up on you, so keep a close eye on it. And I find it helpful if you're moving the bag around a lot to go ahead and put your needle down when you move your fabric, so then it's not going to move around underneath the needle too much. Oh, and you can see right here I've got a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually just going to pull this off. I'm going to show you how to fix this. I just did not get enough pins in here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a pin there. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to keep basting. I'm going to keep going all the way until I get back to where I started. Okay, we're going to pull it off and then you're going to look at it and you just want to make sure that it's flat. You can see that here I've got a little bit of a pucker, so what I'll do is I'll just go in, unpick this little part and baste it again just to make sure that it looks nice, but the rest of it looks good. So then we're going to go ahead and move on to attaching the bag band and inserting a magnetic snap into the bag.